You read it right. Yes. Now you can add custom watch faces to your KingWear KW88 smartwatch. It's new and it's happening right now. But before we begin, I wanted to show you something that's a little different in how you would implement a watch face on here. It's an actual watch face you can download from the Play Store on any watch, but on the KW88, it looks exciting. Look at this. This is Chronosoft, and it does many things. You can tap and have it wiggle its hands so you can set the time. You can move into different states. You can mess around with it. I mean, look at this. This is something, isn't it? I don't even know what we're doing. What are we doing? There we go. If you look at this style, it's telling you what it's on. That's the stopwatch, and it just started a forward counting stopwatch. And if I tap over here somewhere, there we go. There's a countdown stopwatch that we could start. And we can go to setting the alarm, or the world time, or the current time. Chronosoft, and it runs as a regular app. You can make the dial bigger or smaller. In the outer ring, you can see the day of the week, and it has a built-in 100-year calendar, so you can figure out the day of the week of any day on any month in 100 years, all built into it. I'm not going to go into detail on that because this is about something completely different. But if you want a really fun watch face just to throw on your watch no matter which one you have, and especially this KW88, check it out in the App Store, Chronosoft. Okay? All right. Now, what are we talking about? Well, you know, when you press and hold, and you go back to the beginning, you have all of your standard watch faces. If you have a KW88, you can follow the bouncing ball right along with me. And as you go through them, you see the names above them, and you have a small set of watch faces. However, I have, after this last one, a new one. This is a designer-created watch face. You won't find this on your watch, but you will be able to download it, and I'm going to tell you how. Now, before we begin that even, I have to tell you more. You need to go into your settings, which are here. You need to go all the way down to About This Watch, and you need to go into the wireless upgrade. You need to touch that button, and you need to do it over and over until it says it's the latest software, okay? Only the latest firmware, basically, for this watch will support what you're about to see. And if you got the first generation of this, you're 4 firmware OTAs, over-the-air updates, back. So you need to do that in order to be able to make this work. And if you're wondering what we're talking about, check out the kernel version and build number and look at the dates. It's a 2016 0729. If yours is earlier than that, it's not going to work, and you need to go through this OTA process to bring it up to 0729 or newer. That's important, because you'll be doing this and you'll wonder, I'm doing it all right, but it's not showing up. No, it won't, only after this build. Which brings out a really neat collaboration that's going on between the actual manufacturer, which is KingWear, the developers, which I'm about to show you how they stumbled on this, and even one of the retailers, Gearbest, which is supporting this video, supporting our developers. And in the bottom of the video, I'm going to have a buying link for you with a recommended click here if you like this watch, because supporting them and buying through them is supporting our developers who are making the watch faces that appear on this watch that you're going to be able to add by following these instructions. So symbiotic relationships dynamically unfolding around this KW88. Will what I'm about to show you work on any other watch? No, not yet, not now. The watch faces and the process are exclusive to this particular watch because the company has been working together to make the software available to the developers. So how did this all begin? Let's take a look at that. set you aside for just a moment, and we will get back to this. In the G Plus community for the round Android smartwatches, under the section on custom faces, Smashin' posted this interesting little note on September the 6th that, hey, I found a way to install custom faces. And not only that, he went on and developed a how-to, and this is a picture, the first one he put together, and it's running on the KW88. Look at that. He put together an entire how to do it instruction guide. This is just page 1 of the 9 pages that go into the technical coding of the watch face instructions, the watch face XML file, all of which has to be encapsulated into a thing called an APK. And those of you familiar with downloading apps recognize that that's what an app is. So for the end user, the customer, you, in order to install the watch faces, it's going to be way, way easy. You just simply download an app. You run the app gets loaded into the watch, and all of a sudden you're going to have the custom face available for you. No more creating folders and linking to your computer and dragging files and messing it all up. It's a very easy process. So, okay, then what happened next? Still on the same day, another person on the same forum said, hey, thanks to Smashin' for the tutorial. He's used a template of another guy, Kenneth Tan, and all of a sudden he's got his own watch face available here. And that all began. And then, after that, Info Music Films took it on to create a list of watch faces. 2 days later, on the 8th, already these watch faces have been designed by a variety of people putting this stuff together. And everything you just saw in the show notes underneath this video is available through links, so you can follow the evolution, and most importantly, you can get to this page, because it's this page that you'll click on this link that you'll download that app, and that app can load up into your watch, and all of a sudden you'll see that watch face. Cool, huh? All in a span of a couple of days once it was uncovered that the potential exists. Imagine where we're going with this. Keep an eye on this particular link to this particular thread, because we're hoping Info Music Films will continue to update this list as new watches come out, and eventually there may even be an entire forum built around watch faces for the KW88. That's all the exciting and fun news about it. There are, however, some limitations, and let me go over that with you. Let's turn on the watch and take a little walk. I'm at that single watch face, the new one that I added, and you notice there's only one in here. There's a reason for that. Just because how it works and how we've discovered so far how to do it, if you try and add more than one APK file or app to load up watch faces, if you do more than one, you're going to run into a bit of a problem. The first one works perfect. So as long as you install one, and then if you want a different one, you uninstall it and install a different one, as long as you do that, you're okay. If you do two, you usually get both of them there, but the thumbnail is switched. It matches the wrong one. And if you do 3 or more, it starts messing up the information with your basic core watch faces. So it's in its early stages, but it's evolving. So at least what you can do is load up your favorite and have it available. If you load the APK files in the watch and it has enough memory for that, on the fly you can go in there, uninstall one, locate the other one, and install it right away, and boom, have a brand new watch face ready to go without having to connect to a computer, the internet, or anything. But you will only see one watch face at a time. Well, it helps make sure you're discriminating and not just loading 300 watch faces in there, right? All right, bringing in Gearbest again, who's behind getting this watch out into the developer community so that these creative watch faces can be brought to you. A shout out to them one more time for jumping in with both feet. Usually will help support making videos like this and demonstrating new watches for you. But this is a leap to actually be helping in the developer community as well, because they recognize a watch with handsome faces probably leads to more sales and hopefully will lead to them, which, again, I have a link in the show notes to Gearbest for your buying opportunity to support them, support us, and support the developers. Let's take a look at the parade of watch faces that we have 2 days after the discovery of the program that would allow this to happen. Not so fast. I always get ahead of myself. I went back into editing and recognized there's a whole thing I left out that I need to put in right now, because you're going to be disconnected between how you get the watch faces basically from this list into your watch. There's several ways, but you got to do one of these to get them in there, because what you're about to see I already filmed, which is all of the watch faces, and it talks about the folder already being on the watch with each of the APKs, apps, available to load into the watch. Here's the easiest, probably, if you don't have a computer to hook up to and don't want to deal with all of that stuff, but you got YouTube, which of course you can download YouTube from the Google Play Store, or using your browser, you probably can go to youtube.com. Any way you do it, get to this video that you're watching right now on your watch. Then, beyond the video or the show notes, and go into the show notes, okay? And in the show notes, you're going to look for the link to the list of watch faces. When you click on that link of the list of watch faces, you're going to get into this particular thread. And in this thread are all of these links. And when you click on those links, they will be downloaded into the download folder on your watch. Once they're in the download folder on your watch, you can work with them with File Manager, as you're about to see in this video, to load them directly into the watch as an active running app, one by one, installing and uninstalling, as you're about to see. That's one way to do it. It's a little more complicated because it's tiny buttons that you got to press on the watch. So if you would prefer, you can go into your computer, for example, do all of that stuff, download all of these files, and have them available as little APKs, put them in a separate folder, which is what I did, and then hooking the watch to the computer, drag that folder of all the APKs after you got them all in that little folder on the computer, drag them over to the watch. Then again, you'll see, using File Manager, you can access them one by one and load them up. But you got to get from the internet onto your watch each of the individual apps for each of the watch faces that you're interested in downloading. Now we can take a look at the watch faces one by one. First of all, like any good magician, I have to show you that I have no tricks up my sleeves. These are the stock watch faces that come with the watch. If you've got yours, you can compare them. Nothing different, nothing new, right? All right. We're going to go over here to the File Manager. That comes with your watch. When you go into the File Manager, if you followed everything so far, you've got a folder named by whatever you want to call it with the clock skins in it. We're going to click the first one and install it. Simple as that. Once it's installed, you can't even open it. All you can do is say done. So we say done. We bail out of here, come back to our main page. There we are with our watch faces. Now, the magic trick. All of your stock watch faces are there. And at the very end, there's a brand new one. Tap on it, and there you go. Brand new, user created, and you installed it, watch face on your KW88. Sweet. Now once again, you can only do one at a time. You can do more than one at a time, but it's going to really mess your watch up. So I'm going to tell you, you can only do one at a time. If you want a different one, you're going to need to uninstall this first. So let's go through that. Simple process. Go back and find your settings. Go into settings. Scroll down till you find uninstall applications, right? Go into uninstall, click on the first one, or the watch face happens to be the first one here, and uninstall it. Boom, it's gone. Now, we come back out of here. Uh-oh, It's still there. Oh no, I messed up. Oh no, it's a black screen. Oh no. Not to worry. Give it time. It'll pop out of it. This one's a lot better at surviving those potential crashes of the black screen of death that we're starting to see on watch face installations on some of the other watches. This one's pretty good. If you look at it now, there it's gone. Okay, it's gone. All right. So let's go do the second one. I want to run you through this one more time. We're going over to File Manager. You know what? I don't have to do all that. Remember, I've done it already once. All I got to do is press the button and hold it. Go to Recent Tasks. And I want the File Manager right there. I'm going to take the second one. I'm going to say Install. Installing. And we're done. Leave it. Leave it. Turn it on. Go all the way to the end. And there we go. Wow. This one I like. This is really sweet. That is elegant. We're really dressing this KW88 up to be a nice watch. There you go, camera. Thank you. All right. Just for safety measure, I'm going to move off to any old one. I don't care. Just a different one before I do the uninstall again. Okay. And I can press and hold. Go to Recent Tasks. Go to Settings. And I'm in the uninstall applications already. So I just need to go down and find it. There it is. Uninstall. Okay. And it's gone. Now I could probably whip through this and go back into File Manager. Go to, all these are really similar here. So I'm going to skip through those and go down to that one. Seemed to be a little bit different. And I'm going to install it. Say done. Out of here. Press and hold. Brrr, to the end. And there we go. Another new watch face. And all of these are having some problems. We know we don't have the month thing working, and the battery doesn't work, and the date is a little 17 down there in red is not lined up properly. The developers are scrambling to learn how to work with this very bizarre clock engine. They're doing it, and you got the basic background and 3 hands, and that's working. This date thing is the next. It's very, very young right now, but it's pretty darn impressive for a watch that we didn't even have access to any of the clock skins to not only be able to put them on there, but to be able to start designing them. Wow. All right, we're going to run through and show you a whole bunch more what we've got here in the File Manager. This is fun. The Grand... Whoop. Yeah, I got it. The Grand Seiko, right? We're going to install that one. Did I uninstall the other one? I sure hope I did. Uh-oh. I think I might not have uninstalled the other one. Uh-oh. Okay, there's that one and that one. Well, it shows both of them there. That's the one we were on. Now it's the Seiko. Oh, it's a nice Seiko too. Look at that. Good. You're getting to see what happens when you screw up and put more than one watch face on here. Okay, that one's the Grand Seiko. If I touch it, come back here. What do I get? I get the Cartier. They're reversed. They're both in there, but they're backwards. If you do a third one, it starts messing with your stock ones here, and you really don't want to do that. So I'm just going to go here, press and hold, go to my recent settings, and I'm going to uninstall both of those other ones. That one. And where's the Grand Seiko? There it is. Cool. We wanted the File Manager. Here we go. Okay, there's another Grand Seiko. Let's skip that, go to Mickey. How does Mickey Mouse look on this watch? I'm jumping around now just to give you a feel. Someday when we have enough of these out here, we can just bail out of here. When we have enough watch faces that are of quality, we'll do a whole review for you. But for now, these are tests, just a little test of what the technology can do. Secondhand baby Mickey going around, your minute hand, your hour hand. No date on this one. That little dot, as you see, is always on here. That's my application thing called Floating Toucher. If I touch it, it brings up this thing that lets me do all sorts of stuff, like go back to the home screen or shut the watch down or whatever. I mean, turn off the screen. So just ignore that. It's not part of any of the watch faces. It's just something I'm preparing for a bigger, better review of the KW88 in the future. We are going now to settings to uninstall Mickey. And bring in a Mini Cooper. Whoa, popped right into it. Uh-oh. Let's go back over to something else, and then let's slide over. There we go. That's sweet. It's almost 3D, doesn't it? Okay, I want to get in the habit of coming over and grabbing something else before I switch. File Manager. Oh, did we uninstall? Yeah, we uninstalled Mickey. No, we put in the Mini Cooper. I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to uninstall the Mini Cooper first. In Settings, uninstall. Then we can add Monsters University. I know, I could just show you the finished product, but because there's so few of them, this video would be over in 2 minutes. Not fair. Look at that. I have not seen this one before. This one was put in recently. There's your hours, there's your minutes, there's your seconds. And look, the eyeball is following. It hasn't taken them long at all, right? About 2 weeks since this has been available. And look at the creativity that's coming out already. Man, that one earns the place on my watch to be the permanent one for now. I'm going to play with that for a while. Oh, I love that. Wow. Okay. Dang, I don't want to uninstall that, but I know I can put it back in just an instant. Let's see what else we've got. Get on a roll here now. Oh, here's an Omega Spectre. Ah, I forgot to move it off. Okay, I'm going over there, and then I'm going back. That should refrequency. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I'll show it to you on. What the heck? Yeah. Why don't you have this watch yet? What is wrong with you? Oh, man. Oh, darn, I wish I could have more than one. Oh, okay, yeah, I know. I forgot. Let's go over to something else. Now we can do the replace settings. Omega, out of here. Okay. And add the next one, which is a test. Okay. This is a test, only a test. Your watch will now tell you the time. It may not be right, but it's the time. Here we go. What does it look like? Ah, ha ha! There's the basic final and #1 first watch face that comes up when you boot up one of their stock watches. Sweet! Clean. Bright. Nice. Really shows off the AMOLED screen here, doesn't it? Nice. Okay, that is a parade of the very early watch face designs made specifically to run on the KW88. If you don't own this watch, you should be getting it on order. I think we're going to see a lot more interesting things to come. And one more time, if you do want this watch, our suggestion is to use the links to Gearbest in the notes below and get a discounted price on the KW88. That helps support us. Thanks so much for watching. More to come. We're going to show you more developer watch skins after they've had a chance to play with this.